can I get product designs from designers on Fiverr or Upwork or other freelancer websites? I know that they help with logos and tech packs and stuff like that, but not sure if they offer product designs for listing variations as well, like colors, patterns, shapes, etc. Yes, you can. You can find, honestly, here's where I'm going to kind of draw the line between like Fiverr and Upwork and other freelancer websites. In my opinion, Fiverr is good for pretty basic VA type of work or like very basic graphic design editing type of work. Like, hey, I need a simple logo. Fiverr, you can get the job done for a pretty decent price. Or I need a tech pack of this basic product. You can find someone on Fiverr for $50 to get that done for you. Where I find issues with Fiverr, the reason that works really well is because a lot of the value on Fiverr is working with international freelancers. Fiverr thrives on you working with someone in Pakistan or Bangladesh or Indonesia to come up with a logo and design a logo for you for $10, right? That's an incredible value. That's where they thrive, is in just like, they're talented people. I've said this on my podcast, like these graphic designers in Bangladesh or Indonesia, they're talented, usually young dudes like in their 20s that have spent a lot of time working on graphic design. And so, this is how they make their living, is doing designs for people in the United States. But again, kind of the big, where I draw the line with Fiverr is when it really comes to freelancers on Fiverr are like a computer. Like you tell them exactly what you want and they're really good at just doing it, like doing that. But they're not really the best at like being creative. And I bite my tongue saying that because they're being creative and coming up with a logo for you. But again, like they're good in the direction of like, hey, I want a logo with an elephant that's black and white that is for this type of business and it's for 30-year-olds. Then yeah, they'll come up with a cool black and white elephant logo for you. But when it comes to like the creative of like coming up with product designs and uniqueness and that kind of stuff, customization things, that's where maybe you're not going to get as much value versus going with someone like in the United States who maybe has a broader education or more experience around product development and product ideation and like that kind of thing, where you're not exactly going to be able to tell them like, hey, I need a black and white elephant logo, but you're going to say like, hey, I'm trying to come up with product designs for a kid's bath towel and features and designs that will make it unique and different. Can you help me with this? Like, ideation and product creation and customization. That's when you want to really work with someone who like has experience with that or is, good at that. And you're going to pay a premium for that to work with someone in the United States. That's going to cost you potentially a few $100 versus $20. Yeah. And like what David said here in the chat box here, you get what you pay for. Absolutely. And it's the same experience too, even with like a logo. Like if we're talking graphic design or logo, again, you could go on Fiverr right now and for $10, I've bought in many logos from Fiverr in the past. You can get a great logo for $10, but it's going to be like, go to Fiverr, tell them I want it these colors and I want it to be an elephant and I want it to say this word and this type of text. And yeah, they'll make a few variations and you pick one, tweak it, and you're good to go. If you want to like go deep and like, hey, help me come up with the concept and like really, really deep your meaning and the connection with the ideal customer, you're going to want to work with someone like in the United States who understands your customer, who understands marketing, who understands like the deeper philosophy of the logo and the branding. So you can like collaborate with them instead of just telling them like, make it like this. You like, hey, I'm selling kids bath towels to 25-year-old moms. Help me like come up with a concept of the logo and the color palette and like the branding. Like, let's vibe back and forth and you give me ideas and justify your idea. And like, again, if you work with a talented designer like that, then they'll tell you, they'll be like, I chose this color palette because of this. I chose the curves because of this. I chose this font because of this. And they'll be able to explain to you like the reasoning for why they're making these subtle decisions with their branding kits and their font families and all that. And again, that's going to be a much better experience, but you are going to pay a heftier premium for that. So when it comes to the basics, yeah, Fiverr is a great place for that. But once you're trying to think maybe higher level product designs, like going back to the question, product designs, customization, that kind of stuff, I would tend to recommend not Fiverr. And that's why I recommend most people like look for a designer on Instagram, utilize your network, ask for referrals, go on LinkedIn. You can browse Upwork. Upwork has some good freelancers on there or other United States-based freelance websites. But I would really want to work with someone who lives in the culture, who understands the culture, who understands your ideal customer so that they can, really think through this from like a customer branding business perspective versus just like giving them a task to make a logo and being done with it. So hopefully that provides a little bit of insight there.